We are back in the kitchen this afternoon. Carolyn Piguet from Piguet's Prime Time is here with a recipe for a Craig County Cuban Sandwich. Thanks for being here this afternoon. Well, we were talking during the break. This is a great take for all the moms that are, it's already back to school week and just trying to think of, okay, what am I going to make? What's on the meal? What's the meal plan?
Exactly. All I've noticed a lot on Facebook is, what are you making this week? What are we going to, give us some ideas. I've seen sketches on people's refrigerators and those kind of things. And what I'm doing here is just something that's simple, but it's a different twist too. Looking at possibly putting a pork butt on early in the week in a crock pot, having pulled pork one day, having like a loaded baked potato one day, and then with some of that you have left, you could make this Cuban sandwich. And it's very simple, very easy. Again, things that you probably already have in your household. But it starts out, you put some garlic and then the fruit of an orange, which gives it a kind of a different twist, a different taste.
Well, when you think of a Cuban sandwich, there's, of course, like the smokiness from the meat and, of course, the pork, but there's some of that citrusy, and that's what makes it stand apart, aside from the other things.
Exactly.
I love that.
And so you're going to basically heat this and get those flavors penetrated through that pork and heat that, and then you can kind of set it aside, and then you can, depending on how you want to do it, if you want to toast the bun and serve it that way. I've actually used a panini press today, or George Foreman, and press the sandwich. That's another alternative to get the cheeses to melt, but you're just going to simply assemble it very easy. You're going to start out and then put Dijon mustard down on your bread itself, and then the ham would go as the next step. And the thing about it, these are all, I fix for my grandkids, and these are things they would eat,
Yes.
and it would be something that would be in their interest and be very nutritional too, and lots of protein. And then you're going to simply put your pork down the center of that and finish it off with a pickle for that added crunch. And then, as I said, you just fold it over, and you can either have it on a toasted bun if you'd like, or you can go ahead and press it in your panini press.
Nice, okay. And so when you're thinking about all the different things that would go into make this, like you said, these are probably things you already have either already in the pantry or refrigerator, or it's on your back to school grocery list because you're making sandwiches and all the things, getting back into the swing of it.
Right.
So you already have it on hand.
Right, and we think a lot of times we don't want to just, maybe they had a sandwich for lunch. We don't want to just overdo and have, a sandwich again. But this is adding some different flavors. This is adding, like you said, it incorporates the citrus type flavors to those things, kind of broadening that horizon, but giving it something that's more of a meal than just a sandwich.
Well, and so easy to do. Think of all the afternoon practices, all of the things. We're getting back into the swing of it. The last thing you want to think about after being at work all day and then managing the kids, getting them everywhere is, well, what about dinner?
That's exactly
And so that's already simple. What a great way to maybe stretch that. Any advice for anyone? Like, how long should the pork be on? Just enough to heat it back up?
Yeah, just to basically heat it back up, because it's been already cooked. If I was going to start this, as I said, like start it for the week, you'd basically put it in a crock pot, cook it, for the 6 hours or whatever. And the thing about pork is very inexpensive. So you can have a very inexpensive meal out of the deal, because pork butts are not expensive at all. And we're like for the restaurant, and when you're doing it, you can do a very nice catering meal using pork, because it's very affordable at this point. So that helps with your grocery dollar as well, and then in a way to do that too.
Sure. And then if you're going to use a panini press, how long do you put that on? Do you just wait for it to start bubbling?
I just would like, it kind of compresses, as you can tell, it kind of compresses your sandwich, but as that cheese begins to melt and everything is heated through, then that's plenty of time. And I noticed as I pulled these off, it continued to warm through the rest of it too. So
it makes it even better.
Yeah, I'm talking about a 15-minute type prep thing.
In and out. And it won't be on the table very long, because it smells so. I say this every time you're here. I wish y'all could smell the kitchen. It smells delicious. Carolyn, thank you. Great idea, as always.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
You can check out many more recipes just like this one. Go to our website, news6.com/recipes.